This hypnosis is really meant to embark a journey that's inspired by the enigmatic Fool card in a tarot deck. The card represents limitless potential and spontaneity, and often is the beginning of a quest, but specifically what it highlights is the spiritual aspects of every quest. Quests that usually mark some kind of transformation. In the realm of the Fool, the boundaries between the conscious and the unconscious are blurred, and that's deliberately so, to allow you to explore the depths of your beingness without fear or hesitation, and to imagine yourself stepping off the edge of the abyss, free falling into the unknown, with absolute trust in the universe and in yourself. It's designed to woo the Amma, with grand and lofty language to impress authenticity and greatness into the subconscious. Wherever your mind goes during the work is the right way to go. And all listening is the right kind of listening, except when operating machinery. That's just how it goes. In symbolic language, the Fool denotes the energy inside of us that can be identified as the cosmic egg. In a moment, I'll ask to allow it to mean to you what it has meant to those who have been here before us. The Fool is one of many cultural expressions meant to inspire the courage summoned in making the choice to radiate one's highest virtue, even when shallow wisdom signals a time for apprehension. To have this concept firmly constellated in the heart and mind is to be well prepared for a worthwhile path, a path chosen by the urge to be. Zero helps us shortcut the mind to the concept of many through the decision to act on pure, unadulterated intention, an intention so complete that it blesses its bearer with the knowing that all is well, despite what the illusion communicates. These moments in our lives are noble, but are often wanting of grandeur, so they're hard to see. To know what needs to be done and to choose to act despite not knowing how or why. To offer a piece of yourself to another for no reason other than to honor what is possible or what is likely. This is one way to do the work of creation, to work as a creator with a creator's blessing. The wise and ascended have said that you are a portion of the creator, step down from density to density, frequency band to frequency band, to learn your way back through a legion of choices. The stepping down commences the journey. Use the cadence of your breathing to step down your awareness. It's fitting to do so, for the anatomical correspondence to the zero card, or the Fool, in the major arcana is the respiratory organs. So let me extend to you an invitation to allow your awareness of everything that you've experienced before this moment to fade. To allow your outer vision to fade, leaving only this moment. Give yourself permission to let everything else go. And begin to notice how your body is affected by the letting go. You have accepted the invitation to this moment, and you know this because your shoulders relax every time your belly fills with air and you release, fading into the great proceeding, the seed, the calling unto the path. So long as the path leads inward, begin your descent into the deep mind. With 2 quick inhales, followed by 1 long singular exhale. Surrendering your awareness with each forward breath. Do this 3 times. Notice the lengthening of your breath. Long, deep breaths. To those whose work is already committed to what is, they will often refer to those who act on behalf of newness as fools. The fool chooses newness because desire makes them need to go against convention, to live out life in a higher order of being. Like quitting a job and knowing you did the right thing, even though your backup plan was fledgling. Or making a choice that no one would understand, knowing that you'll have to explain yourself 100,000 times before they'll consider knowing you in a new way. What happens in our minds depends on where our attention is fixated. What draws your gaze to wonder? What has engendered curiosity in you? What motivates your power and consciousness to articulate your beingness in new ways? The fool knows that one cannot think their way into perfection, but chisels its way through grace and finds a way to laugh at oneself for missing the mark. The fool seeks fulfillment because he best serves his people when he's filled with joy. The fool asserts his right to be alive in the face of impending doom and does not see himself outside of life. His purpose lives in him like instinct. He is the main character of his own story. A transpersonal commitment to the cosmic intellect that lies within him. He does not hesitate when he recognizes the moment before him. He sees beyond the struggle between good and evil, even if only for a moment. Embraces the understanding with his whole heart. Both alchemist and neophyte, destiny and scale intersect. If you claimed your freedom, what story would your choices assert? What truth would your myth of self reveal? Rather than good and evil, the fool recognizes sameness and difference simultaneously. The fool turns his gaze to that which is both inaccessible and imperative to the moment and pursues it. The fool investigates the mundane for blessed symbolism, and only when we know the fool intimately can we mirror his warmth and participate in the grand process of creation until the moment calls us again. Not only does he see the world in a single atom, but he feels it so. For where else might extraordinary be born if not in the ordinary? An affirmation that maybe in truth you were never ordinary to begin with. He honors no boundary that keeps him from his truth. He is within his own beingness, absent the pressure to perform. Let us not surrender our lives. Let us find the emergence of joy that comes from a life fulfilled. Let ye be liberated. Let your choices be a blessing unto themselves and to others. Through the fool, we begin to learn what it means to be a servant of something greater than ourselves, in abbreviated time and space, to be disembarked from our baggage, and to trust oneself to know how not to know.